What's up guys, I'm NoobxGenesis and this is from Sniping Noob to Sniping Pro. And today I'm bringing you another class guide setup video, and that class is going to be the mobility class. And as you can obviously tell, the class for mobility is meant to keep you mobile. And if you don't know what that means, it means pretty much we're going to be moving around as fast as possible, getting all over the map as much as possible, and just to get into the enemy's face as fast as possible without attack insert. So without any further ado, let's get into it. First thing first, we've got our primary weapon, and of course, let me get to the sniper rifles. We have the SVU, DSR, Ballista, and XPR. The only one I don't recommend for this is the Ballista. If you were going for headshots, the SVU is great. If you were going for kills, obviously the DSR destroys anything. And the XPR is great if you're expecting multiple to coming through the exact same spot. So, generally speaking, you're either going to be going for a triple collat or an XPR at the start of a match, because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be rushing straight towards a spawn, or straight towards the mid ground where you're going to meet the other people. Me personally, I'd use the DSR if I'm going for a triple collateral, or an XPR if I want to just spray them down and try and get 4 or 5 people at once. Also, as I said, the SVU is possible if you want to go for headshots. Just keep in mind, these people that you're going to be running into at first are more than likely going to be expecting you there, and it's not going to be easy to hit them. So, for this class guide, I'm going to be choosing the DSR. Attachments. Obviously this changed from gun to gun, but when it comes to the DSR or the XPR, I like to use the FMJ and the extended clip. You can also put on a ballistic CPU if you want, instead of possibly the FMJ. It all depends on what map it is. If you're going for the wall bang like in the middle of raid domination, or raid anything really, but raid domination is the popular one, where you're facing towards C flag over near the garage and you just see that wall, you can wall bang them pretty easily, and FMJ is pretty useful, but if you aim up high you should be able to kill them anyway. So it's up to you what you really use, but I always use extended clip on the DSR because you don't know how many is going to be coming, and I will also use the same on the XPR because it's more of a spraying gun. But anyway, that's what I use for the attachments and the primary weapon. And then we need to go into the perks. First perk, of course, if you're going to be mobile and you're going to be moving around a lot, you're going to want lightweight. And that is just obvious. You can also use hardline if you want, or blind eye or flak jacket, but I don't really see the point using blind eye, and flak jacket I'll get to in a second. Perk 2, we have toughness, cold-blooded, fast hands, hard white, and scavenger. There are 2 possible choices right here, and I'm going to go with toughness. The other possible choice is hard white if you're expecting them to EMP straight away, but generally this means they're going to be throwing at a decent distance, and they're not going to normally throw them that early in the game. So me, I'm going to go with toughness. Perk 3, you have dexterity, extreme conditioning, engineer, tac mask, dead silence, and awareness. Now, I tend to go a little OCD here, and I'm going to put dexterity first because I want to stop sprinting and instantly aim as fast as possible. However, don't forget, of course, as I said, this is a mobility class, we're going to need extreme conditioning. So, what's the first thing we're going to do? Perk 3 greed. And for perk 3 greed, of course, we're going to go with extreme conditioning. What else would we choose? It doesn't make much sense to go with anything else. Of course, you got tac mask there. It can be pretty useful, but I don't reckon it's that necessary. They're not going to be throwing stuns or flashes at you from a distance that early on, and if they do, it's probably not going to hit you enough to be able to stop you from shooting them. Next up, as I said, you got to fix this for the OCD, but perk 1 greed. Perk 3, let me just fix that. As I said, perk 1 greed. Now, I said before, flak jacket. There is only one reason, and one reason alone, I use flak jacket for this, and that is RPGs, or any kind of launcher really. It is pretty common for people. I'm pretty sure it's one of the challenges that they've got to get multiple people with one rocket, and doing it at the start of a rushing, like at the start of a spawn, just rushing in and hitting them with an RPG is pretty common and pretty easy to do. So I just recommend flak jacket. Plus, as I said before, you got the other choices, but they don't seem that necessary. Anything in this section or this section doesn't seem that necessary. If you want to swap it out, I'd recommend swapping it out for hardwired, but again, I don't think that's that necessary either. Cold-blooded is a possibility, but these tend to be your best choices. For once, I'm not actually using attack insert. This class I used mainly for rushing at the start, and I just want to get there as fast as possible, and placing attack insert takes time, and it's just wasting time because you're going to be racing against people on the other side who are probably going to try and snipe you straight away. And also, I also use this for free-for-all. This is probably my most common free-for-all class, except I may switch out extended clip for fast mag, and I might change up my guns and my attachments. But all round, this is what I use for free-for-all. And pretty much that's it, guys, for this guide. This has been NoobxGenesis, as usual, otherwise you wouldn't be on my channel. That would be weird. Anyway, hope you have fun and enjoyed the video. Leave a like or a thumbs up, whatever the hell it is these days. And anyway, see you guys, have fun.